So today we are going to make one of my favorite dishes that feels like home. It needs tomatoes, an onion, a lemon, and garlic. First, we cut the tomatoes so they're easier to stand on the side, basically upside down. We're going to discard that part. This one, for example, it's a little damaged, has a little baddies, but we're going to cut that off and it's going to be brand new. There you go. We discard those and now we're going to cut them. So upside down, and we're going to cut it like a pizza in eighths. Again, and one more time. And those pieces we're going to leave right here for later. We're going to do the same thing with this tomato. Cut it in eighths. One more time. And one more. Beautiful. And this we save for later. Now we are going to cut the onion. Now I am no expert. This is not, technique. But this is the way I cut it, and it works for me because it makes it easier to peel. So you just kind of like cut both ends and pull a little bit to the side, and then the whole thing just comes apart like this. There you go. Usually you don't lose any layers. In this case, I am not losing any layers, but there is a little piece right here that we're going to have to cut separately. Just kind of trim it a little bit. There you go. Probably the wrong knife to do this with, but here we go. And now we pull only the layer that is brown. There you go. Little effort, but there it comes off. And we cut the onion now. The way we're going to cut it is in half and then feather. I'll explain. Here's a half. And now we're going to make cuts that look like tiny feathers on the long side of the onion. Something I learned a long time ago is that you always want to cut your onions the same shape of what you are eating. So we cut the tomatoes the long way, like almost like half moons. We want to cut the onions the same way. You don't want to cut square onions with round tomatoes. It just looks weird. My opinion. Not being controversial here. And now we cut the second onion and we're going to add it to our salad. Yes, it's a lot of onions for one salad, but it's so good. Now I am going to show you a little trick that I learned from my aunt. You take the little piece of garlic, it's a little mashed, so all the juices are out, and now we're going to rub it against the bowl where we're cooking our salad, where we're mixing our salad, pardon me. And it's actually going to bring out the flavor of the garlic. It's going to be so delicious. Because now we're going to add oil and salt and, my secret ingredient. You're going to see what it is. But that little effort right there, that little um, trick, is going to make a whole lot of difference on the flavor of the salad. Now we put it back together and we put it in a little machine, my little contraption that I love right here. We're going to put the garlic in there and we're going to grate it. There you go. So you get extra flavor that way. This is not the best tool. I know there's better ones, but it was buy 3 for $7. So, it kind of won me over. Now, we are going to squeeze the juice of one lemon. So we're going to start with the first half. I love contraptions. Everybody knows that I love tools, especially kitchen gadgets. This is one of my favorites. So simple, yet so useful. There you go. Squeeze it really well. And now we do the second half. There you go. So far we are at tomatoes, garlic, onions, and lemon juice. Already so good. Now we are going to add a little bit of olive oil, probably 2 to 3 tablespoons. I like a lot of olive oil, honestly. And the more virgin, the better. Cold pressed virgin, the best. Now, Celtic salt, my favorite. It's so nutritious, so good for your body. Celtic salt does not salt a lot, it's not very salty. So you just kind of have to, measure with your heart and figure out how salty you like it. If it's not enough, try a little more. It's never too much because it's so rich in minerals. It's so good for you. So enjoy it. And now comes the secret ingredient. Believe it or not, cumin. This one I actually bought in Istanbul. We were visiting Turkey recently, and we bought about a kilo of cumin because it's so aromatic. It's probably the best I've ever had. So we just put a little bit on the salad, maybe about a teaspoon and a half. That should be about enough. And now we're going to mix it. After we mix it, we put it in the fridge, let it sit for a while. We're going to come back to it. Here's our brisket. Bet you guys didn't see that coming. We have a little piece of brisket, and we're going to cut it into smaller pieces and brown it. There's our pot. It's already with hot olive oil. We put the fat down so it starts browning with the fat. And as it starts to brown, we're going to add the salt and other ingredients that you're going to see. And move it around, make sure that there's oil everywhere. And it smells so good already. We put 2 garlic cloves, a little bit of crushed pepper. Can't have enough of that. I guess you can't have enough of that. Now we are going to add a little bit of salt. This time is kosher. I usually use the Celtic salt for salads or things that I cook on the stovetop really quick, because the longer something stays hot, the more the nutrients die. So for the Celtic salt particularly, I use it only on salads or quick dishes. But this one we use kosher salt. A little bit of basil. I need glasses. We put it in the palm of our hand, and then we crush it in circular motion to allow the oils of the herbs to come out. This I learned a long time ago from a boss of mine who taught me a few dishes also. There you go. We're gonna turn our cubes around and see how it's browning. So nice everywhere. And if you could smell it, it's so delicious. It smells so good. Now we're gonna add chives. Same technique. We put it in the palm of our hands, about a tablespoon perhaps, and we crush it as it goes into the pot. Nice. It smells so good. Mm. Now cilantro. This time I don't have any fresh herbs at home, so I'm just using what I got. But if you have fresh herbs, you can do this with fresh herbs and you are going to remember what I said. It's so good. Again, we crush it with the palm of our hands and we let it brown. Of course, there's a little bit of olive oil in here, so it's going to fry really nice. Here's our final product. It's looking really good, and we are going to put all of these beauties into another pot. So here we have a little bit of olive oil as well, and we have our beans that we have been soaking overnight. So these have been soaking for 24 hours. And you can see they're a little smushy, so that means they're hydrated. So we're gonna put them into the slow cooker, our crock pot. And of course, we're gonna put a little bit of sazon completa, which is like a complete seasoning in a bag. It's really good. This one has achiote, which is that red color that makes it look and taste really good. We mix it, and then we add our meat. There we go. Now this is going to cook for about 8 hours. It's been already uh, cooking, so we have about 7 hours plus left. Now we are going to mix this. Now it's been 7 hours. Now look at this. Oh, this is so beautiful. Look how tender. Oh my God. Look at that meat. Now here comes the magic because we're going to serve this in a bowl with this beautiful salad. I do like a lot of onions. I must be honest, yeah. You can use less onions if you like, only half an onion. I like a whole onion. But now look at this, gorgeous. Try it out and let me know.